What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this vlog. Today is one hell of a day, man. This is exciting. Oh my God. I think this is the sneak peek that many of us have been waiting for. Oh my God. This is awesome, guys. Let's check this out. Wow. Thor walking on board. Look at how hoss he looks. Oh, not bad. Not bad. I see something there. I see something. Nice. So this trailer is quite cool and definitely not subtle about what they're hinting to us, letting us know go on. I mean, so if I back up a little bit right now, guys, you can actually see the tier 4U right there. So you already know that Thor is getting a tier 4. And this is what a lot of players already was speculating on. This is pretty much what many of us were expecting. You guys can see right here, I mean, let me kind of back that up a little bit right there. But you can see the tier 4U right there as well. That is awesome, guys. Thor getting a tier 4. Here's a much cleaner view of it. We kind of backed it up a little bit. There we go. Sorry. There's that tier 4U, right, which is awesome. And then, of course, they do the thing like the trailer does where Mjolnir goes towards Thor, and then all of a sudden, swoops away, which was, like, I mean, for Thor fans, it's kind of, I don't know. Some players probably thought it was pretty funny. Some players probably thought, I don't know. But anyways, it does lead into something else. And if any of you have watched the trailers, you would know what that is, and it is Jane Foster. So in the trailer for Love and Thunder, Thor, he reaches for Mjolnir, and then all of a sudden it flies away and goes right into her hands. And she looks absolutely spectacular, man. I mean, Natalie Portman looked really good as Jane Foster. She did. I have to admit, looked pretty damn awesome, right? So, we already know right now that, Thor's going to have Stormbreaker. We can already see that coming. Jane Foster's going to have Mjolnir, right? And I got these three characters up here because I think all three of these characters are going to get a little love. I do think that Valkyrie, she is in the movie, and it looks like she's going to play a fairly prominent role in the movie. So she's probably going to get a little extra love. So that's the first character we're going to talk about a little bit. So Valkyrie right now, Valkyrie's really mainstay is her, passive, guys. I mean, the increased damage to supervillains by 50% and the ignore target dodge by 30% makes her one of the best supports in the game for all allies. I mean, she is just so good to have on your team, especially against Null. She's so great. So, what are they going to do for her? I don't know. Maybe they'll give her a better passive. Maybe they'll give her, like some decreased damage received for Asgardian allies. I mean, who knows? And maybe they'll just make her a little bit stronger than what she was, because in her currently kit right now, she just seems, I don't know. I never liked playing Valkyrie, honestly, in this kit because her rotation is wacky and she has to play with a rage. Like, to play with a proc with this girl is very difficult because she can't really cancel out of her awakened skill. It's just, I don't know. I find her annoying to play, and I can't stand playing her in ABX. That's just me, and I love Valkyrie. Like, this uniform is waifu. I mean, I think she's so beautiful in this thing, right? But she's going to be getting an upgrade, more than likely. She's going to be getting another uniform, the Tessa Thompson version of Valkyrie. And, we'll see what they do. Hopefully they make her a lot easier to play, and maybe she'll be even stronger for ABX. I know a lot of players would be pretty happy about that. And maybe she won't have to play with a rage, although I'll probably end up keeping a rage on her because I already have one on her. But I just hope she's a little bit more proc friendly. Hope she's got a little bit more damage. And I would really love to see her support passive be a bit better, because anytime we have support characters, they're always useful. They're always good. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about whenever you level them up. They can always be used. It's not like you're damage dealers. So she's always had a lot of relevance because of that. Now, Jane here is just complete crap. She doesn't have an awakened skill. She doesn't have a tier 3. And that's, we know she's going to get something in this update. She's very prominent in that movie. So more than likely, I mean, I don't know if they might give her a tier 3. I think they'll probably end up giving her a tier 3 because Thor, he's getting tier 4. He's already tier 3. So they'll probably end up giving this girl a tier 3 more than likely. Doesn't really matter if she gets an awakened skill tier 3, not really. But all they need to do is just make her godly, just make her strong, just make her awesome. That's all they need to do for the character. Give her some damage accumulation, give her a lot more hits, give her a heal. She definitely needs a heal. She has no form of survivability whatsoever in her kit, and I would really love to see some love for this character. I think she would be just, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see Jane Foster be strong. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter here. Thor. Now, when this uniform came into the game, I was disappointed. I'm one of the few, there was a lot of players out there that was really happy with it, but everybody saw what happened with the uniform. He was outshined in no time. And a lot of it, I mean, it's a fairly strong uniform, but it plays like crap. I can't stand this thing. I mean, the force skill is on a 12-second cooldown, which is ridiculous. And you get a heal at the end of holding this skill, which is also ridiculous. They did some cool things with the uniform where when you did it, like when you just hit it, you get this nice little attack buff, right? You get this little attack buff by 30%. And when you hold a little bit longer, you know, you get an even bigger attack buff. But when you hold it even longer, right, then you get an even bigger attack buff. And that was pretty cool. It really was. But the fact that he got a heal at the end of this thing and that the fact that the cooldown was so long on it, it just sucked. It really, really sucked. And you could play with him with a rage for sure. I'm sorry, play with a proc. You could definitely play with a proc with the character. But Thor just really, I don't know. He just wasn't strong enough, at least in my opinion. The God of Thunder didn't reach the heights that he really should have. Not even in the Herald of Thor uniform. I mean, he's got such a cool tier 3. And I've always felt like the tier 3 should do more damage. I've always felt like him slamming down. I mean, that tier 3 comes from the in-game movie, right? Bring me Thanos, and that was such a great moment. And I would really love to see the power level get represented, man. I mean, he really should be one of the best characters in the game, and he's going to be, right? But is it going to be because he's level 80, or is it going to be because he actually gets a good uniform? Well, the trend that we've seen so far is that, Iron Man and Moon Knight, yes, their uniforms are better than their previous versions, but well, actually, Moon Knight's actually quite a lot better, actually, in ABX. But in World Boss content, the Mr. Knight uniform is still really, really solid at level 80. And it might be the same situation with Thor, where this uniform right here, a lot of people are going to have a CTP of Judgment, or they're going to have a CTP of Rage, because that's really, really plays well with on him already. They might just level 80 him and keep him just the way he is, right? And just use this uniform right here, because it still is a strong uniform. But really, man, this heal on this thing, it takes for like a 20% recovery heals good, but the fact that you got to hold the skill for so long, you can die, guys. You can die before you even get that heal. You want heals that are immediate, right? You want them to be quick and fast. And I really, really hope they keep his accumulations and just, give him higher attack buffs, right? I mean, let's see, his fifth skill, his fourth skill. I mean, yeah, like third skill. Like he doesn't have any attack buffs in his kit, which is strange. Thor should really have an increase to damage. I mean, he could be really good for PvP, but that would, I mean, the fact that if he was good at PvP, really for any of these tier 4 characters, it would be some pretty big power creep in PvP because it's so, well, not really power creep, but it would be something that would separate a lot of players because, in PvE, it's not a big deal, but in PvP, but there's characters that have tier 4s and they're just plowing through content. Like they're just destroying Thanoses and Warlocks. It takes a lot of resources, a lot, to take a character to tier 4. It's very, very expensive, especially if you go in the shop and start buying packs over that Carbonadium, because that is going to be and the last seas are going to be a big bottleneck for tier 4 and characters. So I kind of hope they just keep them PvE just for that reason. But we'll see. I mean, I just hope he's awesome, guys. I know he's going to be. And a big reason, like for me, and I think for other players out there, is that, in World Boss, especially against Null, when you get in a real high level like 65, you need universal males. Guess what? Thor's a universal male, right? He's a universal male. They could give him a really great leadership, although, I mean, we already have a really great leadership right here for Thor, right? There's also Ebony in here. Those are really the two big supports in here. And I know Doom can probably do this if I slap a Brilliant on him. But I'm just kind of waiting to see, how Thor will do in this game. Or more than likely, I mean, judging from what I've had to do in the past with Moon Knight, more than likely I might have to slap a Brilliant on him anyways, just to get through it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I got 120% energy attack, and I do have 22% pierce, so we'll see if he can actually do it with a regular CTP or or maybe even a regular obelisk, which I doubt, but you never know. It would be awesome if he could. That would be absolutely nuts to do stage 65 with a regular obelisk, but I mean, that's really high up there against Null. So, again, guys, we're just going to have to wait and see how good all of these characters are actually going to be. But man, I am so excited because we just know how strong characters get when they go to level 80. Just taking Thor to level 80 is going to be it's going to be so good for him. So, guys, let me know how y'all feeling about the sneak peek. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.